I know you covered it in your last podcast, however, we like to better understand why there's such a discrepancy in numbers of women in construction compared to men. So why do you personally think that is?
I think it's just not sold. So if you think about where people get into construction from, how do they get into construction? They get into construction on the whole, usually through family or close friends, because it's not really something that's talked about at school as an apprenticeship, as a career path. It's maybe mentioned briefly, but it's not really sold as you have to go away from a secondary school to talk about an apprenticeship in construction. So if you break that down, I think a female doesn't necessarily get the information at a certain time of their life, maybe compared to a male, about construction and it being a possible career path for them. So I think maybe, especially, and when I say construction, I don't necessarily mean all of construction, but the trades. It's the trades where there's no females, or there's not very many females, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a problem in society, to be honest, as well. Like, it's not pushed. Like, I still think there's an old-fashioned view. It's not my view, but there is old-fashioned views where people are still, well, you do construction then, because you've not done well in your education and you're a man.
Yeah.
And if you've not done well, maybe if you're a young girl at school or college, and you've not done well, why don't you go down and be a hairdresser?
That's exactly
or
right,
a makeup artist. My wife's a makeup artist, and we've had these discussions, and I think that's a whole general problem. But why isn't a young girl offered to go down to be a joiner, painter, bricklayer, groundwork, whatever trade, electrician? Yeah. I don't think it's pushed enough. Should be. Definitely, should be great.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
That's
the sentiment, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't understand why it isn't.
You've not done well at school, go to construction, you're a male. You've not done well at school, go and be a hairdresser.
That is...
And I know, very clever construction people, very clever hairdressers.
Yeah, so I don't, it's like as if we separate it, I think.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And I don't understand why we do. Like, I might want to be a hairdresser or a makeup artist, or you might want to be a joiner.
And then there is, I don't know if you're familiar with Jordan Peterson, and so he's a psychologist, and he's a really great psychologist. If you're not familiar with him, you should check him out. You can edit that bit out. So Jordan Peterson is a Canadian psychologist who does loads of studies on male and female in the workplace, and he specifically says that the generality amongst male and females is that males are interested in things, and females are interested in people, which is why you get so many women in the nursing industry, for example, as a nurse, as opposed to males in the nursing industry, and also why you get so many males in a construction engineering, because that involves things, so specific things, whereas nursing involves, involvement with people. That's his theory on, and I think there's probably something in that at a really high psychological level. But to answer your question, yeah, I'd agree. It's not sold in schools. So.
Yeah, it's not sold. It's like, well, why not? Like, why can't I be a?
Why can't you? Yeah.
Why can't I be?
Why have I been in construction 30? However many years, and I've never seen a female scaffolder, never once.
No.
I've seen a female scaffolder. I have seen female bricklayers, joiners, plasterers, electricians, plumbers. Don't have any female ground workers, I don't think.
No, but yeah, I think it's just, I think it's a thing we do in general I don't think.
Oh, you're a girl, you can't do that.
Yeah, I think.
You're a boy, you can't do that.
Yeah, I still think it comes down to that a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. I think you're right.
Not.
Break the mould. That's what we say.
I don't think I've ever met anyone I've never met anyone I work with who would go, oh, this person can't do that. That person can't do that. Like they wouldn't say that. So I don't know. So I think it's general.
I wasn't thinking of this being a female working on the construction site.
Yeah. I have worked with girls and seen girls over the years, but when you see them, it's often only one girl on the whole building site.
It's a smaller number. Yeah, it is.
Compared to maybe 200 men or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a huge, absolutely huge disparity there, and I think people might not realise this, but it flips the other way. I think men that I've experienced go overly, don't want to say anything incorrect whatsoever, so therefore maybe give the girl the wrong impression of well, what's up with him? Does he not like me or something? It's not that. It's more a case of don't want to say the wrong thing and upset anybody, or I don't know. I suppose it's the same in any industry nowadays, but
I think it's
like protection mode maybe.
Yeah, I think on the ground, the trades, the jobs, you'll find that the majority of the men who work with young women go the other way, like Dave said, where they're a bit more polite and maybe are scared to say something because they might have a daughter.
It's a woman on site. I don't know.
And they go in the mode of I want to treat her with a lot of respect, which they should be. But I think the further higher you get up in construction, I think there may be elements there where you find in the past that some people have said things to women in construction. I really do. Yeah.
I mean, it's a really interesting subject, because if you think about the 80s and a female in an office environment in the 80s, let's say in the media, I can almost say without shadow of a doubt, you would have experienced sexism. You probably would have experienced physical touching of some sort by the people in that office. I can almost guarantee that. I think there's a couple of great films and great documentaries about really high-powered or reporters. That have been extremely badly, mistreated by men. It's almost there's no way a woman could do it in construction, because she'd get mistreated by them men in construction, because them men in construction are animals. Them men in the offices, they're not animals.
Yeah,
men in construction
that's what I think.
And actually, the truth behind it is, you're making a huge jump from there to there, just because that man looks a bit rough and he's got ripped jeans or pants.
You're making a jump.
And by the way, I'm not having to go with your question. It's a brilliant question. But I'm kind of sort of saying it's what construction individuals experience on a broader scale when you go and work at someone's house.
The stereotype.
Yeah, the stereotype. Oh my God, this wild, crazy construction person who's covered in mess and muck and he's never going to quote Shakespeare. Well, actually, he probably
might do.
Quite easily will be able to. But my experience of females in construction is nothing but great, and we want more of them.
Yeah,
and we're genuinely not just saying that. We want absolutely more of them.
Yeah. Be great. Wouldn't it be great? Like other industries have changed over the last 30 years, should we say, in the media and other things. Wouldn't it be great in 30 years' time if there was a more of a split in construction, where it was 50-50 with... It'd be brilliant. Why not? Other industries have done it. Media, fortunately, women weren't allowed to be on the face of television. The position anchors. They weren't allowed to present the weather.
Back in the day.
Why is that? That's stupid.
Can I ask you a question? Because Daniel's got a daughter, I haven't got a daughter. But how would you feel if your daughter wanted to go into construction?
I'd love it. Yeah. Don't know what she's got.
She's only
four. Yeah, she likes Lego, so she might do.
There you go. She might well do it.
I'd given her some Play-Doh, get to like slap all the bricks.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, obviously as a dad, you just think, well, as long as she's happy, I don't really care what she I don't really care what she does, as long as she's happy. That's the most important thing.
It is the most important thing.
But I'd be proud of her if she did and led the way in. I don't know, in trades. Yeah, definitely.
Become the girls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's lots of. In fact, we're on TikTok, as you know. There's female bricklayers. I
spoke to him about Darcy and.
I mean, they're brilliant. And they show, some of the work they do, and how and I think that's brilliant. I think that they're showing they're taking a lead.
They are. They're
you know,
blazing the trail, aren't they?
And getting it on TikTok and social media, say, look what I'm doing. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.